Hi, this is Joy Robertson. As many of you know, I love food. I love finding new restaurants. I love trying new dishes. And most of all, I love talking to the many great restaurateurs and entrepreneurs we have here in the Ozarks and beyond. I love hearing their stories, and that's what this podcast is all about, learning more about them and their journey. So join me as we savor the Ozarks. This episode is brought to you by Arctic Food Equipment. I am sitting at a little oasis here in Springfield. Makes you feel like you're kind of sailing away in the Caribbean just a little bit. It's called Palm and Paddle, and Greg Walker is the owner. And I'm really looking forward to this conversation with you because you own the hotel next door, but you are not a restaurant guy. So you built the building and thought maybe somebody will put a really cool restaurant in here. And it ended up being you. So tell me your story.
Well, we decided to build a strip center next to our hotel. We always wanted a restaurant here. Told my wife that I wasn't going to open up a restaurant, but we would just go ahead and build it and plan for it just in case nobody leased it out. And sure enough, nobody leased it out. So we hired a consultant, chose a great idea, and jumped in and opened up a restaurant for our first time ever.
Okay, a lot goes into that. I'm sure you've learned. What gave you the idea to go so coastal? Is it based on your travels or just your taste or what?
We love travel to the Caribbean. Our vacation's never cold. We went to Denver one time just so the kids could see the snow and snow ski. But if we go on vacation, it's always to the Caribbean. So we just really spoke to us. We love the foods there. We love the cultures and just love sitting by the ocean.
So that's kind of how you came up with your theme, I guess, your coastal theme. So when you realized that we're in it, you hired consultants and you think we're actually going to do this. Kind of what was the process? Did you tell them sort of what you were going for and they filled in the blanks, or was it collaborative, or how did that work?
It was collaborative. We hired David Foster, and he came back to us with some ideas, and this one just spoke to us. We just love the vibe of it. There's nothing else like it in Springfield, and it just spoke to us. So we immediately chose this idea. There was a lot of other good ideas he came up with, but the problem was his estimations were a lot loftier than they actually are. We had never been in the restaurant business before, and we thought, well, how hard could it be compared to a hotel that's open 365 days a year, 24 hours a day? And we found out it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to run a business where you have, these 2 hours of just being so busy, and then 5 hours of not being busy, and so it's been a learning curve for us.
You mentioned David Foster. Is he from around here? I don't know the name.
Yeah, he's a local restaurant consultant, has worked for some major franchises. So yeah, he helped us get it off the ground along with Springfield Grocer. They did a lot of heavy hitting on menu development. Chef Curtis over there just did an amazing job at his job. He's an amazing chef, and so we did a lot of tastings over there and got the menu just perfect.
Chef Curtis is great. I know him. He is great. So what were some of the things when you started thinking about it and thought we want our favorite dishes from wherever it is you travel in the Caribbean? What were some of those dishes?
It seemed like we always ended up with Jamaican dishes, just because we've traveled to Jamaica a lot. All of our kids just love jerk chicken. There's nothing better than getting a fresh jerk chicken on the side of the road in Jamaica. So and then from there we just worked with Chef Curtis to try to maybe Americanize it a little bit. So really we call it Caribbean, but it's really an American with a Caribbean twist to it. We have a lot of fresh produce and things like that. We cut so much pineapple and avocado up, and so I call it American food with a Caribbean twist.
Well, you have a really, really nice menu here. I'm looking through your entrees. You've got a chef's fresh catch. You mentioned your jerk chicken with the Palm and Paddle signature jerk sauce. So that's a house-made thing?
It is.
Is that something you use at home?
No, my wife hates jerk sauce.
No way. Really?
Yeah, she's the only one in the house that does not like jerk sauce.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so what did she bring to the table here? I really am I've been here. There are things I have not had yet. Pineapple teriyaki pork loin with a pineapple teriyaki lime sauce. Is that more her style?
Yes, and I just actually had it for the first time probably a month ago. One of my servers, we were eating here. I said, "Sell me like I'm a guest," and she sold that to me, and it's become one of my favorites.
Really? You hadn't had it till, oh my. Okay. All right. You got honey barbecue ribs. The coconut shrimp that I've had here, I thought was just some of the best because I'm a sucker for coconut shrimp. Man, it is just so good. The Rasta Pasta on your menu is not necessarily the one that people in Springfield are familiar with from years ago downtown.
It is not, but it is so good. It's very good. It's spicy, but it's good.
So here's something I haven't had yet, the coconut chicken tenders. A little bit like coconut shrimp, but it's coconut chicken. I hear it's incredible.
It is. Yeah, we hand bread that, and I really the coconut shrimp and the coconut chicken tenders, I don't know if people like the protein as much as they like our sweet chili lime sauce that goes with it.
I think you just hit the nail on the head with the sweet chili lime sauce. You know, I could argue that I just need a place to put my sweet chili lime sauce. Like, give me whatever you've got back there. Carne asada, you got a nice skirt steak with chimichurri. Love me some chimichurri. Yeah,
that was one of the items that they tried to talk us out of putting on there, and I just said no. Every good restaurant needs a steak on the menu. So it's a small steak, but every restaurant needs a good steak, and the chimichurri is amazing. So
I haven't had it yet, but I'll get to it. All right, so I want to talk about something that you have here in-house that actually your bartender talked to me about when I was upstairs, and it's a syrup. It's a Caribbean syrup that you make here in-house and that you add to not only cocktails but some of your dishes. What is that? Is that something that you brought back from the Caribbean?
It's a hot honey, and we do use it on in some of our drinks. Mm-hmm. I think our hot honey margarita is used in that, and then we also use it as a drizzle over fresh catch, depending on which catch we're having that week.
It's got a decidedly Caribbean taste to it. It's kind of a dark syrup with sort of like a cinnamon-ish, right? It's just fabulous.
Yeah, there's a lot of cinnamon in a lot of our dishes. So our jerk sauce, hot honey, so definitely have a lot of cinnamon flavors to them.
Yeah, there's a lot of complex flavors to that Caribbean food, which is what makes it so good. Getting back to the idea of opening a restaurant when you never really had. So you opened in June of 2024, and here you are. You're in it. Like you said, you're in it. You've got this restaurant right next door to your hotel. And what were some of the challenges in that when you opened the door? I mean, did you first think, what on earth am I doing? Or did you think, this is going to be fun? Like, what was it like for you?
Well, I love a challenge, and I love working, although I'm ready to retire soon. But it was a totally different, we really thought it wouldn't be as hard as it is, and it's very hard staffing. The hours are interesting. Trying to predict demand and when people are going to come in is really hard. Sometimes it's feast or famine. Understanding marketing for a restaurant is a little different than having a national franchise for a restaurant or a hotel. So it's been a big learning curve for us. And I'm not sure I would suggest it for the faint heart. It's pretty hard.
Well, and you do have a background in the hospitality industry, but there are so many facets to that I think it can kind of take you aback if you're not used to it. But you've done a great job. You've been open over a year, and you've turned it into a fun place. You have a nice patio outside, which I'm sure is very popular, but you've also brought a little bit of entertainment to the table. Talk about that.
Yeah, we do Thursday night live music. It's hopefully out on the patio if the weather's good. If not, we bring it upstairs to the bar area. And we've been running that all the way to Halloween, but we're actually thinking about extending that the rest of the year and just doing it every Thursday night. People have grown to like that. Some nights we have great crowds, some nights we have limited crowds, but it's always nice to know that if you want to hear some live music on Thursday night, you know where to go.
Well, that is a fun thing because people around here do love and appreciate live music for sure. All right, let's get back to your food, your beach bites menu, and I want to talk a little bit about you have a happy hour menu too. Well, let's just talk about that. What do you have? What do you do during your happy hour menu that might lure somebody in who wants to just kind of try this, that, and the other?
Right. During happy hour is 3 to 5, and we have $2 off all our drinks, $4 off of our frozen drinks, and half price appetizers.
All your appetizers?
Yeah, all appetizers are half price.
Okay, we're going to go down the list here. I've got a menu. Snorkels, which are the jumbo tater tots with the bacon and cheese, topped with queso blanco. I mean, come on.
And a little more bacon and cheese.
And a little more bacon and cheese for good measure. This is intriguing. I haven't had this yet. The sunshine shrimp, which is a sautéed in garlic butter with fresh lemon juice and served with garlic bread. It's in a little bowl that you sop it up with that bread, right?
Yes, and a lot of butter.
Okay. All right, good move on that one. You've got some Turtle Bay nachos here, which look, I've seen those go by, but I haven't had them yet. Is that, you can get that with jerk chicken, jerk shrimp, or carne asada. That's got to be very popular.
Yeah, it's really almost a meal in itself. It's huge, especially if you add the protein to it.
Chips and dips. This is let's see, there's about 3, right? Yeah, a queso blanco, black bean, and a mango salsa. Also very popular, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's really popular. It's quick, it's easy, and the mango salsa is good. The bean dip is really, if you like spice, once again, a lot of our stuff has a little bit of spice to it, but it's got a nice little bite to it, but you can put a little queso on there and calm it down.
I guess you could tailor that also. If you're not a real spicy person, you could probably ask the kitchen to maybe tone it down a bit.
Not on some things, like the bean dip. We make that every morning, so it's already got the jalapenos in it, things like that. But absolutely, if you're ordering a bowl or something like that, where we do a drizzle over the top of it, we can put those mango habanero spices or the jerk sauce on the side.
Okay, so you can a little bit. Okay, but beware of the beans if you're not a spicy girl. Okay, you mentioned the bowls. I had a lovely ahi tuna bowl. I love ahi tuna topped with fresh pineapple, diced mango, cucumbers, avocado, seasoned black beans, flame roasted corn, and pickled red onions. That's a bowl.
It is, and they're actually one of our favorites. The ahi tuna bowl and the mango habanero chicken bowl are our favorite bowls. We sell a ton of those, and it's a lot of food too, and nice and fresh.
I bet those are really popular. I would think. Do you do daily specials?
We don't. We're toying around with it now. We have a head cook in our kitchen now that really wants to do some daily specials. So we're letting him kind of experiment right now. But I would say in the next month or two we'll have a daily lunch special and daily dinner special.
That could be really fun and really creative for the staff to kind of come up with different ideas.
You take care of the food. Let us take care of the kitchen. Hi, I'm Nathan with Arctic Food Equipment. Our preventative maintenance program is trusted by local businesses all across Southwest Missouri. From front lobby ice machines to rooftop HVAC and everything in between, we have you covered. Don't let a breakdown slow you down. Call us today at 417-888-0100 and ask about our preventative maintenance program.
At Arctic Food Equipment, your success is our business always.
When I think of let's say a beach bar, you always have some good sandwiches, a good burger, things like that, tacos. Talk about your sandwiches, burgers, things like that.
Well, our Nana burger is amazing. So a Nana just stands for pineapple, and we cook a great hamburger. We put a slice of pineapple on it along with teriyaki sauce. It's a bit messy, but it's very good. We do have wet wipes for that one. And then
a good burger should be messy.
It should be, just like the tacos. We also have the P&P Cubano, which I think is, I'd hate to say it's the best in Springfield, but it might be.
I love a good Cubano. Absolutely love it. Thin sliced smoked ham, roast pork loin, Swiss cheese, signature sauce, and pickles on the Cuban bread, and then pressed, melty, yummy. Man, that sounds really good. I haven't had that yet. I do love a Cubano, though. You've got a char-grilled chicken spicy mango sandwich with your mango habanero sauce. The P&P veggie burger. Okay, nice veggie burger for people who don't want to, they either want to be a, I don't know if you'd say vegan, at least vegetarian.
Vegetarian, right? Yeah, vegetarian, yep.
Okay. Talk about your tacos. Jerk chicken, carne asada, pork belly, sign me up for that one, and the jerk shrimp, fish. How many?
Yeah, you get 3 tacos. We just added the pork belly and the fish to this most recent menu update. The tacos are amazing. They are messy. We actually won second place, People's Choice, at the Del Somo Taco event this year.
Oh, did you really? I have been a judge for that in years past, but not this year. But good for you.
Yeah. So that was nice, and they're really messy. But the sweet and sour slaw on there, the homemade crema that we put on there is great, and then the pickled red onions just top it off.
The cilantro lime crema, but you're right. Pickled red onions add a lot, don't you think?
They really do. Yeah. And so there's a lot of sweetness to the tacos with the sweet and sour slaw and the pickled red onions. But then the protein usually has a little bite to it.
Do you still have time to travel? Owning a hotel and a restaurant?
So we like to travel a lot more, but this year we're going to make it probably twice out of the country, where we'd like to usually do 3 times or 4 times. But we've taken on some more hours here at the restaurant.
I would imagine. When you do travel, do you look at your dining choices on your vacations differently now than you own a restaurant? Do you find that you maybe critique a little bit more? You're making notes on some of the dishes you're having?
That's funny, because being a hotelier forever, I've always checked into a hotel or a resort and always see the hotel side of it. Now you're absolutely right. I'm looking at menus. I'm taking pictures of menus. I'm judging it compared to based on what we do. So it's really turned my vacation into more work. I need to talk to my accountant about writing it all off, maybe. No, it really is. It's fun. It's fun to get ideas of what other people are doing in the Caribbean and see if we can bring some of that back here to Springfield, Missouri.
I appreciate that. And I think we're all that way a little bit. When we travel, we love to find good food. And, you'll go into a place and think, I wonder if I could do that. Like, I would like to make that at home. Surely I could do that. But is there anything you've found since you opened the restaurant that you've brought back and you've said, we've got to put this in Palm and Paddle? Is there anything you can think of that the kids or your wife or anybody has said, not really?
No, not really. I mean, we've got some pictures of some dishes that we've eaten, and we're just so new. Even after only being a year old, we finally just got our kitchen into a place where we felt like we could really start advertising and marketing. Because when we first opened up, it was taking 30, 40 minutes to get a meal out. Now we're good. Our kitchen's good, so we really feel like we're good enough where we, like you said, like we could maybe start doing a daily special and bring something back that we've experienced that we want to bring back to Springfield.
Gotcha. Well, it is a learning curve, and you mentioned the time in the kitchen, and when you make everything fresh like that, plate by plate, it takes some time, but that's where I think you get the right people in your kitchen, you get it organized, and then you kind of find your groove, and it seems to me like you've been open longer than this.
Yeah, we opened in May, but we did a soft opening. We only invited just friends and family for about 3 weeks. We invited some people from the hotel. We really wanted to get it right before we did it, because we're really about hospitality. We really want each guest to have a unique experience, and we really tell our servers to try to connect some way with our guests. And so yeah, it's been a year, and we've had some turnover, but we have a great team now. Our kitchen staff's amazing. Really, our front of house team's just great. We're really blessed that we have a great team.
Yeah, everybody was really friendly when I was here. And I told you, we're sitting upstairs in the restaurant right now, and I think I told you that we were in here having dinner one night, and I saw the steps going up, but this was very early on when you opened, and we had dinner, and it was great. And the server said, "Do you want any dessert?" And I'm like, "I just don't think I can do it." And we were sort of tabbing out, and I said, "What's upstairs?" She goes, "Oh, we have a lovely bar upstairs." And I said, "Well, then there's dessert." So we come upstairs, and we sit right at the bar, and I had your coconut martini. Yeah. Yeah, you're nodding, you're smiling. It was so tasty. And what I loved about it, part of what I loved about it, it was just delicious. But the bartender made it, shook it up, poured it, and then poured the leftover in a second cup. So you kind of felt like you got 1.5. So you got a beautiful glass with this tropical martini in it, plus about a half glass more. And you just sort of feel like you're winning at that moment. Where did that drink come from? It's great.
Yeah, we hired a bartender consultant. He came in and made our signature cocktails. We have 5 signature cocktails and 6 non-alcoholic signature cocktails, and that's been here since day one, and it's almost like a dessert in itself, but it's really good.
I will say it is a dessert in itself, and it answered my question because I wanted something sweet, but I just couldn't do it. And I came up and I was introduced to that martini, which I thought was fabulous. Now, I have tried your, let me think, Dominican Manhattan. Oh, yeah. I love a Manhattan, but this has got, I believe, the syrup makes its little entree into this Manhattan. Man, is that good.
Yeah, I think that's got our homemade flair in it, I think. I'm not...
that's the syrup I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not well-versed on the bar side of it, but we have some great bartenders that know how to craft things, and so yeah, that Dominican Manhattan's amazing.
Yeah, that's it. All right, the falernum, F-A-L-E-R-N-U-M syrup, the Caribbean falernum. I had never heard of that. And we were sitting up at the bar, chatting up the bartender, and he brought the bottle over. He goes, yeah, we make this. And he said, we use it in a lot. Man, that is just good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about upstairs. We still get people that think we're a pickleball place because of the palm and paddle. And so I guess they're thinking about the place in Kansas City that has pickleball and chicken. But people still go upstairs and say, oh, I thought this was a pickleball place up here.
The Chicken and Pickle. I've not been to the Chicken and Pickle. My daughter and her boyfriend and his family go to the Chicken and Pickle, and I would love to try it. You know what? I can kind of see how people might paddle. Mm-hmm. You know, they're thinking, well, now that may be your next business venture. I mean, you never know, Greg. That could be the thing. We mentioned dessert, which I did not have, and one day I will. Talk about your desserts here.
Well, our signature is our key lime pie. My mother made the recipe, so it is all homemade, and her recipe. And people, I mean, key lime pie is one of those acquired tastes, but if you haven't tried it, you really have to try it. We have people from Florida that tell us over and over again how it's the best key lime pie they've ever had, and that just really is nice that my mom made something for a restaurant, and so it's just nice to have people validate that.
Okay, haven't had it yet, but I love a good key lime pie. I mean, I'm sure you do too, and I love that it's your mom's recipe. Yeah. You have a salted caramel plantains and ice cream. Plantains, that's a big Caribbean thing. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, they're deep fried, so it can't be bad. There's no breading, but it's fried, and it's and then we put a nice drizzle of caramel over it and a nice seasoning on top of it. So if you haven't ever tried a plantain, you have to come here and try it because they are really good.
It sounds like they're crispy. You could kind of pick it up and scoop that ice cream with it a little bit.
Yeah. They're not that crispy, but they're crispy on the outside.
They're crispy enough, yeah. Okay, you've got dancing the cacao chocolate cake.
Yeah, that's I guess the theory behind that is they used to dance on the cocoa beans to clean them and get them ready to grind up to make cocoa.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Learn a little something every day. And the dulce de leche cake, that's got to be delicious, like a nice soaked, milky, yummy.
No, that's tres leches, which we just...
Forgive me. Yeah. You are so right. What am I thinking? Okay, tell me about it.
It's it's not one of my favorite desserts, obviously, because my mother didn't make it. So it's got a white cake with some topping on it with a kind of a coffee-ish topping over the top of it. We were thinking about adding the tres leches because we had a little kid the other day came in here about 14 and he said, I just love the tres leches last time I was on vacation in the Caribbean. And I said, seriously? And this was just a little kid. And a lot of people are put off by tres leches cake because it's kind of mushy maybe.
So this one doesn't, the dulce de leche that you have is not like a soaked in, now see, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. So we may have that too. we may add that one in there too.
There you go. That sounds like one you might have to add. Do I understand correctly you have a rum flight?
Yes, we just started it probably about 2 weeks ago. So a lot of people around here like to do beer flights, and well, we're from the Caribbean, so we wanted to do a rum flight. So we had our friends at the liquor distributor came up with 3 great rums that you can taste, either sip by themselves because they're that good of rums, or we also give you a Mexican Coke that you can sip it with. So you get 3 nice rums, a little glass with ice in it, and a Mexican Coke.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. You do Caribbean colas here. You can pick a flavor of rum, like you say, serve with a bottle of cane sugar, Coke, ice, and some fresh lime. And if you want a flavor, cherry, raspberry, strawberry, or vanilla.
Yeah, we just added that too. So it's kind of like a Cuba Libre, but you get to pick your flavor. It's a nice Cruzan rum, and then you get the really sweet Mexican Coke with it.
Man, this is a private reserve island rum tour. And this is pretty much from all over Barbados, St. Croix, Dominican. It kind of has the flavor profiles written down here too. Raisin, chocolate, and spice. Yeah. Which is your favorite?
The Bruegel 1888's my favorite.
The one I just mentioned. Yeah. The raisin. It's got hints of raisin, chocolate, and spice in it. That's fantastic. Yeah. You've got to be having fun with this.
We are. Yep. It's fun. It's something new every day, so it's fun. It's fun.
Well, we're glad you're doing it. Anything new coming up that you can tell our listeners about that they might want to come in, other than considering a daily special, maybe adding to the desserts? Anything new?
We've got hopefully a special coming out, jerk pot pie for the winter time. So I think we tested it last year, just at the very end of the season, of the winter season, and I think it's a winner. So we'll probably put that back on our winter special menu.
You know, when you need an escape from the winter in a place like this where you can get a taste of the Caribbean, but you still need that comfort food, Greg, that's genius. A jerk pot pie. Mm-hmm. Please do that.
I'll try to.
Please do that. Are there any other recipes that your family brought to the table besides Mom's key lime pie? Is there anything else? Not really?
No, not really. Nope.
What does Mom think of that, what is it called? The Falerna? Is that what it's called? The Falernum syrup. So has Mom, give her a bottle of that and see what she can do with it.
She's actually, we asked her to fix our jerk chicken pot pie this winter. We're getting ready to launch it, and my wife said, why don't you just have Lenora fix the chicken pot pie instead of you, or the jerk pot pie? And I was like, okay, so that'll probably be her next task. So maybe I could take her a bottle of something and talk her into crafting a great jerk pot pie.
There you go, Lenora. The challenge is on. All right, Palm and Paddle Grill on South Campbell. Greg Walker, it has been so much fun talking to you, and I look forward to plowing my way through your menu real soon. Thank you so much for spending time with me on Savor the Ozarks.
Thank you so much. Come enjoy Palm and Paddle Grill.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Be sure to go to AroundTheOzarks.com to sign up for our daily newsletter, where you can get every episode of Savor the Ozarks, plus all our other podcasts, events, and contests straight to your inbox. And what are your favorite dishes in the 417? You have any restaurants you'd like me to visit? Email me at joy@AroundTheOzarks.com.